Have you ever felt like Marvel left us with a puzzle they hoped we'd never solve? Because once you look closely, the truth becomes too loud to ignore. When I revisited Avengers, Loki, He Who Remains, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and Loki Season 2, I realized something shocking. Kang's return isn't the real story. The rise of Dr. Doom is. Marvel's storytelling has never been random, especially when dealing with cosmic stakes. Every shift in tone, every character exit, and every rewritten outcome signals a deeper plan. And when you trace Kang's timeline fractures, a terrifying pattern appears, one that leads straight to Latveria's future ruler. Marvel isn't replacing Kang. They're promoting Doom. The more I connected the pieces, the more one question haunted me. What if Kang's downfall was never an accident, but a narrative handoff? Watching Loki's finale, when the multiverse snapped into endless branches, it didn't feel like chaos, it felt like an invitation. And Doom, unlike Kang, thrives in a world ruled by infinite variables. Kang's entire identity centers around controlling time, pruning outcomes, and eliminating variance. But Doom doesn't control the multiverse. He conquers it. This difference changes everything. In Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the dangers of alternate realities were highlighted repeatedly, shaping the perfect playground for Doom's eventual rise. Marvel's Phase 5 and 6 movies subtly shift away from Kang's obsession with destiny and toward Doom's obsession with power. Consider how Quantumania portrayed Kang, weakened, exiled, desperate. Then compare that to the whispers around Doom, an emperor, a sorcerer, a scientist. While Kang breaks timelines, Doom bends entire universes to his will. Rewatching Loki Season 2, I noticed something many missed. The universe branches didn't just grow, they stabilized. This matters because Kang's chaos makes him vulnerable. But for someone like Doom, who uses chaos as armor, this is the perfect environment. It's almost as if Loki unknowingly prepared the battlefield for Doom's grand arrival. Kang variants consume each other, betray each other, and constantly collapse under their own paradoxes. We saw this in the Council of Kangs mid-credits scene, an unstable court of power-hungry tyrants. But Doom has no variance. Doom doesn't share power. In the comics, Doom eliminates every alternate self to avoid competition. That is terrifyingly intentional. This leads to the clue that connected everything for me. Marvel doesn't want another character tied to infinite versions. They want a singular villain. A villain with identity, presence, and permanence. That's exactly why Kang must return temporarily, because his storyline's collapse becomes the fuse that ignites Doom's conquest. Look at Kang's entire arc. In Loki, He Who Remains begs Sylvie not to kill him, warning that his death would unleash infinite versions. Marvel made Kang unstable by design. They created a villain whose power becomes his flaw. And once that flaw is exposed, Doom steps in as the solution. Stories evolve, but Doom dominates. Marvel loves using soft transitions. Remember how Loki Season 1 ended by introducing Kang before audiences even knew him. Now expect the opposite. Doom will be introduced while audiences think they're still watching Kang's storyline unfold. This slow reveal is more dangerous, more surprising, and more aligned with Marvel's Phase 6 ambitions. Another clue appears in Fantastic Four's MCU placement. Marvel isn't pushing FF to the end of the saga, they're placing them early, right before the multiversal chaos peaks. Why? Because Doom must exist before Secret Wars. Not during, not after, before. He is the architect of the crisis, not merely a participant. And here's where it all clicked. In the comics, Doom becomes the ruler of Battleworld by stealing the Beyonder's power, reshaping collapsing universes into a single world. But he needed one thing first, for the multiverse to be dying. Kang's variants fighting each other achieve this destruction perfectly. Doom thrives where Kang fails. Watching Loki Season 2's finale, the shot of Loki holding all timelines together mirrors the comic imagery of the Tree of Life Yggdrasil. This wasn't symbolic. It's a structural setup. When you have a multiverse tree, you create branches, roots, and worlds. Doom, historically, becomes the god of one of these worlds. The MCU is preparing that battlefield. Kang returning isn't a sign of Marvel doubling down. It's a sign of Marvel wrapping up his arc. His comeback only exists to push the dominoes toward Doom's arrival. Because Kang's conflict makes the multiverse unstable, but Doom turning that instability into opportunity is what elevates Marvel's next era. Kang's most important role now is becoming the villain that loses. The villain whose methods fail. The villain whose multiverse empire crumbles. Doom is the villain who watches it fall. and decides to take everything for himself. Kang's breakdown is Doom's breakthrough. This swap makes sense both narratively and thematically. Marvel has always teased Doom through shadows. The rebuilding of Sokovia, the cosmic energy shifts, the time-space fractures, these are all ingredients Doom uses to reshape his empire. In Multiverse of Madness, Christine Palmer mentions incursions, universes colliding and destroying each other. Sound familiar? That's the exact phenomenon Doom manipulates to rule in the comics. Think back to Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. When Scott fights the exiled Kang, this variant warns that something worse is coming. Many assumed he meant other Kang variants. But what if Kang meant someone beyond the Kangs? Someone who conquers not time, but reality itself. Doom fits that warning more accurately than any Kang variant. Even Loki subtly hints at Doom's ideology. He who remains believes in control through isolation. Doom believes in control through domination. Loki preserves timelines out of compassion. Doom would preserve them out of conquest. This clash of motivation sets the stage for a villain far more intimidating than Kang ever was. Kang fractures time because he fears other versions of himself. Doom doesn't fracture anything, he reforges. In the comic Secret Wars, Doom becomes the God Emperor of everything remaining. He reshapes universes based on his will. This level of power dwarfs Kang's temporal manipulation. Marvel wants their next Thanos-level threat to be absolute. The biggest Marvel clue appears in their shift in tone. Kang stories lean into paradoxes, logic loops, and time knots. Doom stories lean into empires, gods, and universal authority. Phase 6 needs a villain who consumes worlds, not one who debates causality. Doom commands fear. Kang, by design, creates confusion. The audience feels that shift. Marvel even structured Kang's defeats to pave Doom's path. Kang lost to ants. Kang lost to Sylvie. Kang lost to his own variants. Meanwhile, Doom in comics defeats celestials, cosmic beings, and even the Beyonder. Marvel doesn't want another villain audiences mock. They want a villain audiences respect and fear. Kang softens the throne for Doom. Think about Loki's new role as the guardian of the timelines. In the comics, Doom often challenges the cosmic hierarchy. If Loki represents the tree, Doom represents the axe. Their inevitable conflict feels mythological, destined, and thematically aligned with Doom's God Emperor storyline. Kang can't challenge Loki at this scale, but Doom can. Another overlooked detail is the way Marvel portrays the multiverse tearing apart. Whenever a universe collapses, the visuals resemble comic panels from the 2015 Secret Wars. The collapsing stars, the red and black voids, the encroaching Doom, these match Doom's destruction aesthetic, not Kang's. Marvel is visually preparing audiences for him. Why bring Kang back at all? Because his return creates urgency. The heroes fear him. The multiverse destabilizes. But the audience doesn't know that Kang's return is a smokescreen. Marvel is distracting us with the villain we expect to unleash the villain we're not ready for. Doom thrives on misdirection, even narratively. Kang returning also allows Marvel to explore the final collapse. A collapsing multiverse needs a savior or a usurper. Doom will play both, hero to some, tyrant to others, a god to many. He will reshape the narrative by presenting himself as the only solution to Kang's chaos. Kang fails so Doom can rise as the apparent savior. Imagine the MCU's future, universes crashing, heroes dying, timelines imploding. And when all hope seems lost, Doom arrives not as a monster, but as the only one who has a plan. That's how Doom enters. Not through portals, not through battles, through necessity. Kang's chaos makes Doom inevitable, and Marvel loves inevitability. Marvel knows that audiences crave a villain with presence. Doom's voice, mask, armor, and ideology create that presence instantly. Kang's variants dilute him. Doom's singularity strengthens him. Marvel isn't just replacing a villain, they're upgrading the threat level of the entire saga. Doom represents the shift to cosmic horror and imperial power. Even Marvel's writers hinted that the multiverse narrative was too complicated. Doom simplifies it. His presence forces universes to merge, stories to collide, heroes to unite. Doom creates a natural funnel towards Secret Wars. Kang fractures the universe outward. Doom compresses it inward. This creates the perfect narrative tension. Marvel's real plan is simple. Kang's storyline brings us to the edge. Doom's storyline pushes us over it. Kang is the fuse, Doom is the explosion. Kang destabilizes reality, Doom seizes it. Kang returns to set the stage, Doom arrives to rewrite the stage entirely. This dynamic is what makes Doom inevitable. When you watch Loki, Quantumania, and Multiverse of Madness back to back, you can feel the tone shifting. Kang's presence fades. Doom's shadow grows. Marvel is telling us the truth in pieces. The cracks in Kang's dynasty reveal the throne that Doom is meant to claim. Kang's fall isn't the end, it's Doom's beginning. Every Kang defeat is intentional. Marvel doesn't want him feared. They want him outmaneuvered. Because the real villain, the one with terrifying ambition, needs a runway. Doom isn't introduced through weakness. Doom arrives through dominance. Kang creates the weakness Doom exploits. This is the perfect villain pipeline. And it all leads to one final truth. Kang is returning because the story needs him alive just long enough for Doom to take everything he built. Doom doesn't replace Kang. Doom consumes his legacy. Doom becomes the final multiversal emperor after Kang's variants burn the universe to ashes. Doom rises from that fire. Marvel's puzzle finally makes sense. Kang's chaos is the seed. Doom is the harvest. And when Doom arrives, the MCU will shift forever. His rise will complete the destruction Kang started, reshape the multiverse, and launch Marvel into its most ambitious storyline ever: Secret Wars. Doom isn't the future villain. Doom is the inevitable one. If you enjoyed this deep dive theory and want more powerful Marvel explanations like this, make sure you like the video, subscribe to FilmVerse Hollywood, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next mind-blowing breakdown. The multiverse is changing, and we're here to decode every secret hidden inside it.